Hey guys, how you doing today? This is Nova996 coming at you today with an Elemental Hero deck profile. And this is going to be based off the structure that comes out today, actually. But thankfully, my Walmart had it a day early, so I was able to buy 3 decks and build my own deck. And this is actually built up based off my real life build. This is not, made up. This is exactly to card for card what I play in real life. So there may be some cards missing or maybe some cards I'm not seeing in here, but this is the deck I use. And I was going to do a live deck profile for you guys because, like I said, I have this deck in real life. But as you can probably tell by the sound of my voice, I'm extremely sick, I have a cold, and I just look a hot mess. So I wouldn't want that to ruin your day, morning, night, wherever you are on this planet. So we're just going to get into it how we see here. Okay, so first we start off with the 3 Shadow Mist. This card is just... You should know how good this card is. It's just absolutely bonkers. Okay, not really bonkers, but you get my point. So, if you don't know what this card does, you can basically, when it's special summon, add a change quick play spell card from your deck to your hand. That's all fine and good. When it's sent to the graveyard, you can add, it's basically another searcher. So you basically have 9 searchers in the deck, as you can probably see from the spell lineup. But yeah, basically just an amazing card. Almost as good as Stratos. Then we play 3 Voltic, and Voltic is basically what I use to bring, not only what I use to bring out Koga most of the time, but also, because when he does damage, you can add a banished hero monster, and special summon one of your banished hero monsters, special summon it, which is really cool, because with cards like Dark Law being out where everything's got to be banished, you can use this, just inflict 1,000, and just bring that motherfucker back. So yeah, really cool. Then we play 3 of the Nelos Alias. This is also another target for Koga, but I also just use it as a 19 beef stick because the elemental heroes themselves are not that strong. So I use him as a beef stick, and if I can use him to go into Grand Neos, which I'll show in a minute in the extra deck. Then we play 3 Bubble Man, mostly a target for acid, but also if I can get its effect off, instant special summon, draw 2 cards, it's really good. Then we play 1 Elemental Hero Avian, and this is a target for Divine Wind, Great Tornado, but also it's just an Elemental Hero name, just because. Then we play 2 Summoner Monk, to special summon obviously our Shadow Mist, get its effect off, and we play 1 Grand Mole, because Grand Neos and it has a good effect. For the spells we play 3 Mask Change 2. Basically, this can do the same thing what Mask Change can do. What Mask Change can do, except you must discard 1 card, and it can be any monster of any object. So this is splashable in any deck, which is really cool. So Burning Abyss could use this card. Shadows can use this card. I guess if you want to play Kuga Lights, one could play this card. And if you really want to play Divine Wind, I guess Gustos could use it. I think they're all wind type. Am I right? I don't know. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. So yeah, very splashable card. Basically makes Mask Heroes a splashable extra deck card. If you really want to go into it. I mean, mostly you want to go to splash into is Dark Law. Or, for my personal taste, Divine Wind, because it does have a good effect. And then we play 3 of the Mask Charge. Basically, this can charge a change, quick play spell, any of them, any of the 3 we play, and a hero monster, just add it back to the hand from the graveyard. So they're really cool. Then we play 2 Form Change. This can help with a lot of OTK plays. So what's cool about this is that you can use it to flip-flop a Mask Hero monster that has the same level but a different attribute. So you can go from Koga to Divine Wind to Acid, Acid Dian, just a lot of cool stuff. And really push for OTK plays. Then we play the 1 Mask Change because it's a name. It's a target for Mass Charge, and it's just a quick play, so it's automatically good. Then we play 3 Emergency Call, search out any elemental hero, and 3 Reinforcement of the Army, also search out any elemental hero. 2 Polymerization because I want to try to bring out Great Tornado if I can because it's a really cool card, and Contrast Hero, which you'll see in a minute. And then 1 A Hero Lives. I know I've seen people play this at 2, even at 3. But my build is not really meant on just getting off some Master's effect, because really, we're playing all these mass changes. You're not really going to run into any problems of drawing a brick hand. Unless you draw all spells, in which case you're fucked. But But yeah, that's one problem this deck seems to have is consistency, because this deck doesn't want you to play a lot of monsters, really. Nor traps for that matter. It's basically a spell-heavy deck, which is why we run Summoner Monk, because a lot of times a couple of these spells and traps will be dead. But anyway, then we have one Soul Charge. For traps, we have 3-Dimensional Prism, Bottomless Trap Hole, and Torrential Tribute. Sorry for the sniffling. Then for the extra deck, we play 3 Dark Law. You all should know how good this card is. Just basically banishes anything, which is always good. Wish it would have had higher stats, but you know what? That's fine. When the new Enki, the other dark one comes out, I think I will take out some elemental heroes or reconstruct it, or take out the Xyz in total just to fit that in, because it is a really, really good masked hero. And also when that new elemental hero comes out in TC World Superstar, I believe they're coming out at different times. I know the new masked hero we're getting in the Premium Gold Glitter Bam or something. I don't remember what it's called, but that's coming out in March. And then a month later we're getting the OCG imports, which I believe Blazemane is in that set. I think it is. Then we have 2 Koga. This card is pretty cool. It gains 500 for each elemental hero on the field, so that is that elemental hero? For each monster your opponent controls. So that's really cool. Sorry, I misread that effect. So yeah, it's at 25 already, and you can bench any hero monster and just weaken your monster's attack points by that amount. So that's really cool. And he's a light, so if you want to play Honest... The only reason I'm not playing Honest in here is because, you know, my deck, it really runs... I play tested it a lot on DN, and I play tested it out with friends. It's really consistent, so and bringing out the masked hero, so I don't really feel a need to put Honest in there, but like I said, you could. And then we play 1 Divine Wind. This card is actually pretty cool. It makes sure opponent only can attack with 1 monster per turn, which is really good. It's basically a Dark Door, but a monster. And it cannot be destroyed by battle, which is even better. And when this card destroys a card, you can send it to the graveyard and draw 1 card. I'm going to play 1 copy because there are a lot of other heroes that I wanted to put in here, and I just didn't want to cut out Koga or a Dark Law because I think it's too good. Now we play 1 Master Hero Acid, basically wipes out back row and decreases monster attack by 300. Really cool. Master Hero DN. This card... Master Hero DN. I think this card's really underrated, because not only does it have a pretty high attack, it's targetable through Grand Mole, and it's also targetable through the form change. That's the most way I use it. Basically, when it destroys a monster... opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can basically special summon a hero monster from your deck. So, I mean, come on. Destroy a monster and get Shadow Mist? I mean, my god. You can go into 2 Master Heroes a turn. That's really cool. Then we play Great Tornado. I like this because it can cut monsters' attack in half. That's really the only reason why I play it. It's not too hard to bring out. You basically either... I can use Divine Wind if I want to, or I most preferably use Aeon if I have it in hand, but you know. Then we have 1 Elemental Hero Grandiose. This card's a little tricky to pull off because, excuse me, Neos Alias is a Gemini monster, and it becomes treated as Elemental Hero Neos whenever his Gemini effect is activated, which can be pretty hard to do. I mean, even though he's at 1900, he doesn't stay on the field for that long. So you're going to have to really make sure your defenses are up. And also, you have to have a Grand Mole out. But what's cool is that you're not risking anything because you can shuffle these back in the deck, go into Grand Mole, and Grand Mole has a good effect by itself, which is basically you can just bounce a card, which is... It's steep requirements for that effect, but it's still a really great effect. Then we play 1 Contrast Hero Chaos. And I'm going to be honest, this card is pretty... okay. I mean, the biggest C for me is requires 2 masked heroes, which, I mean, come on, that's a pretty steep requirement. I like how it's treated as an elemental hero card, and it's both light and dark, so again, you can use this with Honest if you wanted to. Its only really good effect is that it can negate attacks. I mean, negate target card, 1 face-up card in the field, not negate attacks, sorry. Negate target's effects. I mean, it'd be nice if it didn't target, because a lot of things prevent itself from being targeted right nowadays. But it's still an alright card. In a 3000 beater, you know, you can't go wrong with that. And then we run just generic rank 4 Xyz. These are the ones I personally choose. Castel, Dark Rebellion, Xyz Dragon, 101, and Exciton. So anyway, guys, that was my Elemental Hero deck profile. Tell me what you guys think of it in the comments below. Like, dislike. The fact that you watched my video makes me feel chipper. But please like, because maybe I'll get better. God, I sound like shit. But, sorry, this is probably just grossing you guys out. But I'm going to try to do a video if I can today. Depending on how I feel, I'll just see how that goes. So anyway, guys, this is being No More 996, and I will see yins later. Peace!